Hello everyone, I am Shawn Arnett from Threads That Bind. I have been designing and punching punch needle embroidery for over 20 years. This is the needle that I use the most, the Ultra Punch Needle. I'm going to open it and show you some things about it. It comes with 3 different size needles. So there's 2 of the sizes of the needles, and a spring, and 2 threaders. So the 3rd needle is inside the needle, and it is always the medium size. And I owned this needle and used it for years before a student in a class said, "Oh, is that what those little symbols are?" And on the base of this blue plastic, you can see an S for small, an M for medium, and an L for large. The large needle is not one that I have had much experience with. I punch with the medium needle or the small needle. I use embroidery floss, and it comes with 6 strands of thread gathered together. So I use the medium needle when I'm punching all 6 strands, and I use the small needle when I'm punching 3 strands. And that is all of my patterns. They're either punched with 6 strands or 3 strands. I've punched some single strand projects, but those are just special teeny weeny little artwork that I don't have in a pattern form now, but I'd like to get there. So this medium needle is the one that comes in, I guess I could call it a pen, although I call everything a needle here. And this is also a booklet that goes over this whole needle and how to punch. But I'm more visual, and I think most people are. So this different size needle has it looks like a little key that this fits into that. The base of each one of these different sizes. And it fits in there, but then it takes like a little half twist to lock it in. And then there's a spring that goes, this tapered spring is what I always use. This spring is for the larger needle. Then it's kind of a little bit of a balancing act. On this needle, you'll see these different numbers and this slide that slides. There's a little shaft here sticking out on the base. And you fit the needle, fit the top over, and you slide it through that maze. And see how the needle starts coming up? When you slide it into one of the slots, it determines the height of this needle. And I will put it into 1. That's the shortest. And it goes longer from there. So now I've got it into 1. So to thread the needle, you start with one of the threaders, and you take that crimped end and slide it down the shaft so that it comes out the other end. Then you take whatever you're threading and you put it through the threader into that crimped area. And you pull it through the shaft of the needle. Then I like to hold the needle upright and take the thread out of the way. That way I can put the crimped end of the threader through the eye. There's an actual hole in this shaft, and I put the threader through it and do the same thing, put it in the crimp and pull it through. So basically what your thread is doing is it is traveling down through the needle and out the eye. So this is what they consider the back of the needle, where the thread is coming out, and this beveled front, where you see the thread but it's coming out, is considered the front of the needle. So when I say back or front, the rounded side where the thread is sticking out, that is the back. The beveled cut front side is the direction that your needle is going when you're punching. If you have it turned around, it will get all jumbled up with the thread, and as it goes, it flows through it. So you can't obstruct this at all. The thread has to continue to flow through it. And when I punch, I usually stick this right up here in my bra strap. I'm just going to say it. And as I need it, I just pull it out. If you're using embroidery floss and you pull the end where the number is at, it will flow endlessly. If you grab onto the other end, we all know you get a snarled up mess. So that's it. I'm going to do it again just to show you how easy it is. And when I teach a class, I usually pull the students' threads out and make them do it a few times before they get to punching, because it's easy to forget until you've done it a few times. You get all jumbled up, like I said. But it's as easy as that. You're threaded and ready to go.